Hey folks, Native from Synergy Sports coming out with a free YouTube selection for Friday the 14th of June 2019. Before we get onto free play, quick recap of what happened in yesterday's play. Yesterday, Dale was on the channel. He gave a free selection on the New York Yankees on the money line. Unfortunately, couldn't get the job done there. My premium selections for yesterday, pretty good result. 2 and 1 day. I got a win on the Arizona Diamondbacks on the money line, as well as the Atlanta Braves on the money line. So giving me a 2-0 day in my Major League Baseball card. I did drop my premium selection in the NBA. I took the Golden State Warriors. They had some great looks, but unfortunately, as soon as Klay Thompson went out injured in the third quarter, they sort of struggled to get going again. Nevertheless, we'll keep rolling here. So that's the NBA season all done and dusted now. So our focus will solely be on Major League Baseball for the time being, as we start to look ahead towards college football starting. Also, I just wanted to just touch on something very quick, just with regards to these free selections that we're issuing here on the YouTube channel. We do always list these selections as listed pitches. Sometimes it does. We were unfortunate there. I gave out a free selection 2 days ago between the Blue Jays and the Orioles. There was a change there from Edwin Jackson. Got scratched from the starting pitch from the Blue Jays. Instead, they brought in Law. So that automatically scratches the play. When I handicap these games, guys, I handicap them based on the starting pitches. I'm looking for favourable spots based on these matchups. When they go scratching the pitcher, bringing a new pitcher in, I'm not going to throw darts at the boards. At the board, I can understand people putting some of their hard-earned money on these free selections. So if there's a pitching change from the pitchers listed in these videos, guys, then that's an automatic no play there. Nevertheless, we're going to look at this free selection for you here on Friday. So let's kick the weekend off with a winning free play. We're going to look at the matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays traveling to the Houston Astros. Your free selection here, we're going to take the over 8 runs between the Blue Jays and Astros here. Our reasoning for taking this, we know Gerrit Cole, as good as he is, he holds a 3.86 ERA when pitching at home. He has also given up 10 home runs in his 7 home starts this year. So every single home start, he has given up at least 1 home run. He's been tagged for at least 2 runs in his last 4 home starts overall. We also note that Sanchez for the Blue Jays here, he's given up 10 runs in his last 3 starts, stretching out over 15 innings. He holds a 4.62 ERA on the road, giving up a batting average of 283 and a whip of 1.7. So the Houston Astros, this batting lineup here, as good as they are, they're not going to struggle too much with finding their way on base. We think they'll be particularly motivated in this spot, especially coming off that heartbreaking loss to the Milwaukee Brewers in their last out. So yeah, we'll have a very motivated Houston Astros lineup here in this one. We also note here that Sanchez, his strike rates, he throws 18.9% of his pitches thrown result in a strike, whereas the Major League Baseball average is 21.5. So he throws much fewer strikes than most pitchers here in the major leagues. His ball rate is also 12.5 versus the Major League Baseball average of 8.3. So in this particular spot, we've got a subpar pitcher in Sanchez for the Blue Jays coming up here against Gerrit Cole, who's very prone to the long ball. We've got a Houston Astros lineup that's going to be very motivated here to get the job done after that heartbreaking loss against Milwaukee. We also have a Blue Jays team that in their last 2 starts versus the Orioles, admittedly it was against a poor pitching outfit in the Orioles, they managed to put together a total of 28 hits, 4 of which were home runs, and 20 runs in their last 2 games. So they finally got their bats going. We like them to take this momentum into this game. and we like the Astros to bounce back here. So if we were to lean on the side, we'd probably lean towards the Astros on the run line in this particular spot. We also do note that it is going to be a warm 89 degrees expected by game time, with 13-mile-an-hour winds blowing out into centre field. We do note, though, that the roof will likely be closed looking at the previous track record, so they haven't been opening it for very many games. However, on the chance that we do get an open roof, we think that this wind blowing out is also going to help the ball, especially in this heat, help it travel that little bit further. So your free selection here, we're going to take the Houston Astros and Toronto Blue Jays over the total of 8 runs. All the best, and we'll see you Saturday for another free play.